In essence, Thomas says, unless I personally touch him and see him, I refuse to believe he's been raised from the dead. You see, for Thomas, if Jesus is alive again, then it demands the rest of his life. But if Jesus is not raised, well, then all Thomas's hopes are hopeless. So Thomas, you see, he has to find out. He has to find out the truth for himself. How good it is to know that our doubts do not deny Easter. They're not a denial of Easter. Your struggles are not a rejection of Easter. But to say, like Thomas, to say, show me, that is nothing less than the fundamental thirst for Easter. Hold on to the proof of the promises of Jesus. Hang your doubts on the promises of Jesus alive. Because understand, when God raised Jesus from the dead, God fulfilled the most difficult promise ever made, namely that there would be life after death. A fundamental message of Easter is God keeps his promises. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23 says, let us hold fast to the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promises is faithful. Well, God vindicated all the promises Jesus ever made when God kept the one most difficult promise of all, and that's resurrection, life in spite of death. And if God was certain to keep that promise, then what doubts are there really left for us to doubt? How can you know that when you come to your death, it is not the end? Only if you know Jesus rose from the dead, and therefore someday so will you. It's all now about his inseparable presence and his unfailing promises.